everyone. I was bored, and when I get bored, I get antsy and I want to paint. So I had this little scrap piece of paper and I thought maybe we could make a Polaroid painting together. So I'm just gonna sketch out a basic Polaroid picture shape here. Bigger space there on the bottom. I'm gonna tape mine. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to paint a city scene. I've never done that before, but I'm gonna give it a try. First thing I'm gonna do is start off with a light shade of pink right down the middle. And I'm gonna bring it down a little further towards the bottom. Not really just in the middle. Then I'm gonna use this other pretty kind of purple. You might be able to see it there. And add a little line of that. And do the same down here. And then I have a dark purple, or you can always mix your own with red and blue, going back to your elementary school teaching. And I'm gonna bring that color all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to use a Payne's Gray, my very favorite color, at the top to make a nice sky. And I have a feeling it's gonna dry darker, or lighter, I mean. So I'm gonna add some ultramarine blue. I kind of said that funny. Blend it down. Okay, I think this is what I want. I'm gonna let this dry right here, and then I'm gonna come back to it in a minute. Okay, it did dry lighter than I wanted, so I'm gonna go back in here with some phthalo blue, which is another beautiful deep blue. I'm gonna put that at the top and really drag that down very subtly to that. I'm gonna keep the bottom light, but I just wanted that top to be a little darker. I'm gonna let that dry and I'm coming back again. It's all about layers. Okay, that was really good practice in blending colors and gradiating. Is that a word? I really don't know. From light to dark and dark to light. It's a great way to really feel your paints, your paper, your brushes. The more you can experiment with these gradual changes in color and the more you can perfect them, the better painter you will be. It seems like a super basic skill, but it is one of the hardest things to just get. Okay, I'm gonna take some black, which I'm almost out of, so I might have to switch to something different. And I'm gonna put a line about 2/3 down, but I still want the line to be in the middle of the pink. So straight across like that. And that's gonna be the shoreline where the city meets the water, okay? And from then on, I'm just gonna have some fun making buildings. I don't know what I really want them to look like, so I'm gonna start over here. You can use a flat brush if you want and just kind of make a building in one big sweep. But I seem to like to piddle around, so I'm using a number 8 round. Gonna put a little antenna thing up there, square off that corner. Just have fun. Try not to look at my video while you're making your buildings. I really want you to just have fun making your own and what a city looks like to you, okay? You don't have to put your buildings the same size and the same order as mine. Just do your own thing. It's really good for your creativity to have some practice like that. What else could we have over here? A short little building. And maybe a taller one. Use your imagination. You could even call this little city or town whatever you want to call it, because you created it. So, you know, maybe this is Sharonville. I like that. I'm keeping it. I like it. I have some shaky lines I'm going to straighten out, but I like it. Cool. Okay, assuming that this farm or this cityscape or whatever it is that I've just painted black is on water, then we need to make the water reflect the buildings. And I'm not sure how I want to do that because, like I said, this is new for me. So let me think. Okay, I'm using my 6 round because it gets really pointy at the end, and that is what I want. And I'm going to, maybe not black, but maybe Payne's gray or any dark color that you have, not brown. And I do believe if I dilute it and I go back and forth, needs to be diluted a little more, and make the basic height of the buildings reflected in the water, I believe it will look like water. Don't get too dark. This one will go all the way down to the bottom. I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. Here's that silo. Oh, got a little dark there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. A little more. There. I think that's enough. I also feel like adding some yellow to that sunset. So if I'm correct, if I add a little bit of yellow to this pink, it'll turn it orange. And then maybe showing behind here. Oh yeah, that makes it better. And here, and here. This is an afterthought. I would usually recommend that we put that orangey color in first, but it wasn't until I got this far that I noticed I think it would look good to have just a touch of that orange showing through. And then if I really want to, I can make a heavier yellow down at the very bottom. Cool. I like that. I actually like it a lot right there. So because we put a little orangey yellow in our sky, we need to mirror that below. So I'm going to take some yellow and add it there because it is going to be there. Nice. Just a little. That's so pretty. Turned out better than I thought. Now it needs time to dry because we're going to add all of the super cool details with our white paint in a minute. Be right back. And I'm back. I'm opening up my tube of white. I think it's Chinese white is what it's called. And I really never use white, but I kind of figured maybe most of you don't readily have readily available masking fluid. So I'm going to dip my moistened brush into my tube of white, and I'm going to add stars. Well, now that's a pretty little night scene. I always try to put Orion, the constellation, in there. Just something I like to do. And I think that might be enough. You could add some stars in the water, reflections, but I honestly don't know that I've ever seen stars reflected in water, so I'm not gonna. What I am going to do is see what happens if I make some white spots in the water, just a few lines here. Might not show up very well. Just to kind of give the water movement. And here comes my favorite part. I'm gonna add some lights. Now tell me that doesn't just wake up the whole town and make it seem like there's life there. We don't need many lights on. I don't want to get it overwhelmed. I'm not sure the silo is gonna have any lights, but definitely a few down below. That's all I'm feeling. I don't even know if I want any on this building, so I'm gonna leave it, and I think I'm happy with it. It was a fun little lesson on some very basic water reflections, and as you can see, like I thought, the white doesn't show up. So should we do it again? Should we add more? But I think it's beautiful. Let's tear this off and look at our Polaroid picture. Oh, that's so cute. I think I'm gonna call this one Hometown, Iowa. There. One more little Polaroid picture for your photo album. Good luck with this one, guys. Thanks for watching.